Democrats on the House Oversight Committee are questioning why the White House did not suspend security clearances of former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and Presidential Senior Advisor Jared Kushner.
These rounds
after
over with.
Questions arose about their
Kick my
contacts
ass.
with Russian officials. In a letter to White House Chief of Staff for Experience, President Elijah Cummings writes, when there are credible allegations that employees may be unfit to continue accessing classified information, security clearances are supposed to be suspended while the allegations are investigated. Jared Kushner today met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas in a 15-hour overseas trip.
I know of your efforts. The President travels. I look forward to working with you to achieve these common goals.
Thank you. The President sends his best regards and it's an honor to be here with you. Senator Richard Blumenthal told Hardball tonight that he and other Democratic members of the Judiciary Committee have also requested a review of Jared Kushner's security plans.
He had these claims and conversations with the head of the major bank
Wow.
in Russia who had ties to
Maybe I should
Putin
be
and to
playing
the
right now.
in Russia.
Wow.
This effort to establish a back channel using Russian diplomatic facilities. So those potential errors in judgment, not to mention confidential information, require a security clearance review for him.
Joining us now, Mika Oyang, a lawyer, former House Intelligence Committee staff member, and the Vice President for the National Security Program at Third Way, also listening in Price, former Senior Director and spokesperson for the National Security Council, and a former CIA analyst. He's an MSNBC National Security Analyst. Mika, how big a deal is this? How these issues about Jared Kushner's security clearance?
This is a really big deal. The security clearance process is set in place so that you know who is a risk for leaking classified information or compromising classified information. Not going through the process, not filling out the paperwork, it shows that they're being very cavalier with classified information, which we see over and over again with this administration.
But Ned Price, the president doesn't have to go through any of this security clearance hurdle to get into the position he's in. And we know, this is a public fact, he is the leakiest creature who's ever walked around the White House with classified information.
That's right, Lawrence. The security clearance for the commander-in-chief has always been predicated on the fact that the popular vote, which of course we know Donald Trump did not win, is supposed to be the ultimate arbiter of whether someone is appropriate for receiving top secret information. In this case, I'm not sure that is the best standard, but is the only standard we have and the one that's still in play.
Let's listen to what the acting FBI director said today about the resources that the special prosecutor has.
Is the special counsel being provided with full access to all FBI resources needed for investigation?
He is, sir. He is. I can assure you of that. I've had many, many interactions with the special counsel and his representatives. In fact, we are meeting in the next 24 hours to discuss exactly that. We have a great number of folks who have already been detailed to that team, and I have assured Director Mueller that we will do everything necessary to deliver the resources and to meet the needs that he has to do that work.
Mika, as you've seen the public reports of Mueller adding lawyers almost every day, one with Russian language expertise, others with expertise in a variety of issues that might be involved here, money laundering, Russian business. How does that team look to you at this point?
It looks very substantial. It looks like they're going to have a very wide-ranging investigation, not because the president had to witch hunt, but because the president has so many different ways in which he and his team are compromised by their contacts with the Russians. Whether it's in-person communications, attempts to talk to intelligence officials, financial ties, meeting with sanctioned banks, it's all over the place. So you need a large team to look into all those allegations.
To go back to the security clearance issue, this time involving Michael Flynn, I want to reach back into a May 11th hearing, and as these investigations go on, we discover questions in hearings that didn't mean so much at the time suddenly loom much larger in today's context. And this is Senator Ron Wyden with CIA Director Mike Pompeo. Let's listen.
What the fuck are you doing?
Did you have any indication, secondhand
any sense at all that the National Security Advisor might be vulnerable to blackmail by the Russians? That is a yes or no question.
It's actually not a yes or no question, sir. I can't answer yes or no. I regret that I'm unable to do so.
And then, Chris, we now know the answer to that was yes, and that they did know that.
Well, and let's also remember that Ron Wyden is the king of asking leading questions. In 2013, it was Ron Wyden who asked DNI Director Clapper whether there were any programs that collected all the communications, all the metadata of Americans in this country, and of course that answer was later revised after Edward Snowden came to light. I have a feeling that Senator Wyden was doing something very similar here, knowing that Mike Flynn was in the position he was for 18 days and continued to receive the PD even after Sally Yates, the acting Attorney General at the time, warned the White House. But let's also remember that the White House, John McGahn, the White House counsel, was warned even before President Trump was sworn into office. They knew that National Security Advisor Mike Flynn would need to register as a foreign agent. They knew there were red flags. And let's also not forget that President Obama offered a word of advice to then President-elect Trump, warning him against Mike Flynn. So it's not like they went into this blind, and it's not like they didn't know what they were getting into. They just chose to ignore the warnings until they were caught, until the Washington Post got them in their own lie.
Now, Price and Mika Oyen, thank you both for that. Coming up, a jury looked at the police shooting of Philando Castile and saw no crime. We will show you that shooting, and you can decide for yourself what you think you see. This video is very, very difficult to watch. Jury will join the discussion after we show you that video.
Last night was Fallon and Amy Poehler versus Smart Girls. A ride Republican transition and for Ashton Kutcher, Mario Batali, and Liam Payne. This up has more Amy Poehler. New Tonight Show, Late Night, and
Every president from Truman to W came here with a thirst for the kind of frank conversation that yields mutual respect and action. Sometimes politics just comes down to two people talking face to face. 6 p.m. No reservations necessary.
You've wished upon it all year, and now it's finally here. The Mercedes-Benz Summer Event is back with incredible offers on Mercedes-Benz you've always longed for. But hurry, these shares fly by fast. Lease the C300 for $399 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
The fuck is that?
The best.
All about.
Diabetes can be a daily struggle, even if you're trying your best. Along with diet and exercise, Once Daily 2J may help you control your blood sugar. Get into a daily groove. From the makers of Lantus, 2J provides blood sugar lowering activity for 24 hours and beyond. Proven blood sugar control all day and all night with significant A1C reduction. 2J is used to control high blood sugar in adults with diabetes. It contains 3 times as much insulin in 1 milliliter as standard insulin. Don't use 2J to treat diabetic ketoacidosis during episodes of low blood sugar or if you're allergic to insulin. Get medical help right away if you have a serious allergic reaction such as body rash or trouble breathing. Don't reuse needles or share insulin pens. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which can be life-threatening. It may cause shaking, sweating, fast heartbeat, or blurred vision. Check your blood sugar levels daily. Injection site reactions may occur. Don't change your dose of insulin without talking to your doctor. Tell your doctor about all your medicines and medical conditions. Check insulin label each time you inject. Taking TZDs with insulins like 2J may cause heart failure that can lead to death. Find your rhythm. Keep on grooving. Ask your doctor about 2J.
Keep it growing by making every dollar count. That's why I have a Smart Cash Card from Capital One. With it, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all of my purchases. And that unlimited 2% cash back from Smart means thousands of dollars each year going back into my business. That's fuel to my bottom line. What's in your wallet?
Mr. Phil helped feed 395 kids a day at a public elementary school in St. Paul, Minnesota. But the police officer who approached him on the last day of his life did not know that. Philando Castillo picked up his girlfriend's 4-year-old daughter at daycare that day, but the police officer did not know that when he was approaching the car with the 4-year-old girl in the back seat. Philando Castillo then picked up his girlfriend after she finished work, but the police officer did not know that as he approached. Philando Castillo was licensed to carry a firearm and had that firearm with him in the car, but the police officer did not know that. All the police officer knew was that one of the taillights on Philando Castillo's car wasn't working. That's it. That is the only thing that the police officer actually knew with certainty before he fired 7 bullets into Philando Castillo's car. One of those bullets went into the back seat and almost hit the road. Another bullet hit the center console 2 inches away from Philando Castillo's girlfriend. The rest of the bullets all hit Philando Castillo. 5 bullets. 2 of them went through his heart. Philando Castillo's girlfriend started running her video camera immediately after the shooting, a video that has been widely seen over the last year on this network. Friday, the officer was found not guilty of manslaughter in the 2nd degree, and yesterday, the dash cam video of the shooting, which happened in court, was finally released. I didn't want to watch it. I've seen enough of these videos. They are difficult to watch. If you have any kids anywhere near your TV right now, you don't want them to see this. Here is that police dash cam video. Don't reach for it, man. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. What did you just see? Was that panic? Was that murder? Was that manslaughter? Was that a crime? I'll ask Joy Reid next. You want to need some help?
No, I'm good. Come on, Mom. We need to go.
We always trusted our Subaru Grizzly would be there for us someday. That's it. We just didn't think someday it was so fast. See you later.
Introducing the Subaru Impreza, the longest-lasting vehicle in its class. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
Hello. Let's go for a ride on a Peloton. Let's go grab a couple thousand friends and chase each other up the hill. Let's go make a personal best, then beat it with your personal better than best. Let's go bring the world's best instructors right to you. Better yet, let's go bring the entire New York studio live. Let's go anytime, anywhere, with anyone who's willing. And let's go do it all right here. Ready to go? Peloton.
There is nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel room, I want someone that makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it. And with their price match, I know I'm getting the best price every time. Now I can start relaxing even before the vacation begins.
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're Booking.com. You have a vision. It's why you can see what others can't. You know what you want, and we can help you get it. You need options? We've got all kinds, including special finishes and papers. And they're all absolutely guaranteed every time for any reason. Because you have a vision, and we have your car. 500 start at just $9.99 when you enter VC500 at VistaPrint.com.
Will you be ready on the terms format? Cialis for daily use treats ED and the other symptoms of BPH. Tell your doctor about your medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or attendance for pulmonary hypertension, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for erection lasting more than 12 hours. If you have a sudden decrease or loss of hearing or vision or an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis.
Times of insufficient friends and pain. And administrative paperwork on the days of same goes for you, budget overruns. And rising costs. When that smile ends. For those who will rest until world's
Ah, what the ever loving fuck is going on?
The toughest part for me, with respect to those facts, is that he was so respectful in how he disclosed that he had that firearm. Because, sir, I have to tell you, they do have a firearm on me. And he went beyond what the law requires. He was compliant, he wasn't resisting, and at the end of the day, this was a traffic stop. Unfortunately, the jury didn't see it that way.
Surely that's the district attorney and prosecutor that case in front of Mr. And there are 5 different degrees of homicide in Minnesota. He chose the lowest degree, which is manslaughter, and the second degree, which is simply culpable negligence. And he could not get a conviction on that. When you saw that dashboard video, what did you say?
Yeah, I mean, obviously what you had is a person that was like a police officer who went from 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds. He was obviously afraid of the person in the car and he can tell who he's up to walk. He panicked when he was told by Fernando Castillo, officer, I need to inform you that I have a gun. Now, if Fernando Castillo had malintent toward that officer, he would have calmly informed him so that he had a gun. So there's no any logic to his panic. And I think the thing that was most damning was not so much Officer Yanis, but the other officer, who was completely calm and treated it as a routine traffic stop.
Never touched his gun.
Never touched his gun. But we saw, there's so much going on in that tape that's infuriating and it's shocking and hard to watch. But we look at things that require the town of the girlfriend, who also would have been shocked had she made one more move. Because obviously, Officer Yanis was unfit to be a police officer. He was afraid of people. I'm friends with these officers, I'm good friends with these chiefs, like my dog was an entire cop. Police officers are required to be professional on the level with exceeds the level of human beings because of the power. You're giving essentially a high school graduate, 19 life and death of a human being. And so they require to have a certain level of professionalism and calm, and they've just lacked it. I think that prosecutor incredible credit for trying this officer. They never do. They never do try. They usually get out in the grand jury process. He tried. The people believe whatever police officers say. All they have to say is, there's no
seems like you do well. That's why it's brought up with the negative. Is that okay, we understand what you talk about, but you're doing well, and you should be proud.
And just from what we heard about the jury, they were ready to equate 10 to 2. First of all, count was people are willing to believe that whenever a police officer set by a law, it's not a grand jury, I can tell you that unfortunately is the way that people respond when they hear a police officer say anything. The thing that I think was the most deadly is the immediate consciousness of guilt down his shoulder when he shot me. And it's not for the guy who just shot me for his career himself. It was immediately reiterated that it's for himself. And then immediately when the other officers came, they had decided let's do it to protect his career. Which means second, how do they make sure that it was okay? There's constant guilt on his chest for no reason.
Genuinely, thank you very much for this. The last word is next.
Visit Angie'sList.com today.
It's Angie's List.
These snacks and more
Killing himself. No reason.
An Army veteran and union iron worker from southeast Wisconsin and originally was
Randy Rice from the Channel's Tomorrow Night here at the last word. His first words of campaigning for a seat in the House of Representatives. That's Vice last word. The battle of Brian Williams starts now.
Tonight, Donald Trump at a rally in Iowa gives a progress report on the law and announced that there's been a change to the law which he shared with the crowd at a red-wing campaign-style scorched earth rally in Cedar Rapids. Meanwhile, back in Washington, some alarming new warnings about the threat Russia poses to our elections and an update on the damage done in 2016. And new details on the president's money, including some changes to his bottom line, all part of our win tonight as the dollar gets underway. And good evening once again from our headquarters here in New York, day 153 of the Trump administration. And tonight the president ventured west of the Mississippi for the first time as president. He held a rally in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that might as well have been a campaign stop. He went off script early and often and re-litigated a lot of long-standing battles. He made some lofty claims about his accomplishments thus far, about legislation and the number of coal industry jobs, for instance, that have been produced. He promised the crowd a great national rebuilding. He promised health care the largest tax cut in history, and he assured them he's going to build that wall along our southern border. But he said he had an idea for making a solar wall, because, as he put it, it's one of the places where solar works best. He said the wall pays for itself, and thus Mexico will have to pay less.
And yes, we will build the wall we've always started planning. It will be built. Well, he did not give it nothing else right yet. And I'm not sure about the builder. That's what I like to do. That's probably what I do best. I'm a builder. And we're thinking of something that's unique. We're talking about the southern border. Lots of sun, lots of heat. We're thinking about building the wall as a solar wall. So it creates energy and pays for itself. And this way, Mexico will have to pay much less money. Now that's good. Is that good?
He spoke for over an hour and repeated a lot of his greatest hits. A lot of it was familiar, the shouting down of protesters and the spontaneous chant of "Lock her up" when he called Cubans. While it took him away from the Russia investigation, there was just a passing reference to what he referred to as a witch hunt. No mention of fighting back against Russia's attack and ongoing threat to our election system.
We are making such incredible progress. We are making progress like nobody can believe. These people are being driven crazy. Crazy. I mean, they have 40 witch hunts going against me. They have everything. And you know what? All we do is work. It's always terrific to be able to leave that Washington swamp and spend time with the truly hard-working people. We call them American patriots. Amazing people.
Let's bring on starting panel for tonight. MSNBC senior national correspondent Chris Jansen was at the president's event in Iowa, where she remains tonight. Robert Costa, national political reporter for the Washington Post, and of course moderator of Washington Week on PBS, and Kimberly Atkins, chief Washington reporter for the Boston Herald, and a lawyer by training. Chris Jansen, we'll start with you. How at all, in your eyes, did this differ from a campaign setting, and describe the atmosphere as you